talk about death and darkness and going through those emotions and that phase. Let's say you're mourning a death or a relationship or a change, and it's taking you into a dark place. We have to remember that the pendulum will swing just as far to the other side. So if you're going to a really black and dark space of the unknown, it's inevitable that the pendulum will swing just as far to the other side, and you'll find just as much light as you did dark. The pendulum will always be in equilibrium of wherever it's going. So like in our day-to-day lives, the pendulum's pretty like even kill. Like, yeah, today was a good day. Yesterday was better, but I'm like, cool, like it's cool. But sometimes life will throw us curveballs and it takes us to one side. And when we're in that darkness, we forget that the pendulum will swing to the other side. It's just a matter of time. The only constant in life is change, and so we actually cannot remain in this dark spot forever. It's literally impossible. So when you're in this dark spot, it's kind of hard to see that. But I challenge you guys to look at darkness and death with more beauty, because it's really getting you to, it's forcing you to look at things differently. It's forcing you to open up your eyes and look at these deeper colors that you're not seeing all the time. It's only through the darkness that you're seeing things more clearly, that you're doing more introspection, that you're finding more gratitude. It's refining you. It's defining you. The phoenix cannot soar until it has gone through the process of the burning, of the death. Christ experienced the nails in the hands and the burning on the cross, like the death. And we go through that in our own ways. And it's so beautiful because it's a new beginning. Darkness means a new beginning. A new beginning means it has light. And we might not be able to see it, but we have to trust that this is going to change you. It's playing an alchemy. It's absolute transformation. And this is what life's all about. You can either sit there and victim of it, or you can say, this is refining me, this is defining me, this is transforming me. I can do hard things, I will get through this, because it's inevitable. Because the black cannot exist without the white, and the white cannot exist without the black. It's the yin yang, it's duality. And so when you're in that darkness, I challenge you guys to swim in those colors that only the black is bringing out. Swim in those things that you're not experiencing all the time, but when you do, you're really feeling those beautiful emotions. Yes, they're intense. Yes, they are dark, but the darkness isn't necessarily a bad thing, even though it's uncomfortable. Because the more uncomfortable we get, the more strong we get. And the more uncomfortable we get, the more self-realizations we have. And the more self-realizations that we have, the more we understand thyself. And the more that we understand thyself, the more we understand nature and God. We meet God's mind, because we have the mind of God. And unless we experience both contrast and the contrast in between, we cannot discover who we truly are, our God self, our most powerful powerful self, the powerful person, God, creator, must experience the pendulum swing. So embrace it. It's happening for you. Trust that you will get through it. We make things worse in our mind than what's actually going on. Since we can't see what's going on behind the curtain, we get in our head and we think we know it's going to happen, and we start to like worry, and when we think we know, but it's just you're probably making it worse in your head than what's actually going on. Trust God. Trust the process. Give it to God and focus on what you can control now. How you're breathing, how you're eating, what you're doing, how you're moving your body, who you're choosing to be around, what you're choosing to engage in. The music, the TV. Like, focus on what you can control now. Feel the emotions completely. Go on a drive, go into nature. And know that everything is working out perfectly. Done.